Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you ever need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? So today we're going to draw King Louie from one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, the 1967 classic Jungle Book. Voiced by New Orleans jazz swing legend Louis Prima and animated by three of Disney's legendary 9 old men, Milt Kahl, Frank Thomas, and John Lounsbury. Now, as I did last week with our Craig of the Creek drawing, I'm going to once again offer the full-length normal speed version of today's drawing of King Louie, along with limited commentary after the sign-off of the regular formatted version. As I said last week, it's important that I hear back from you as to whether you find this helpful, so I know whether to keep including it going forward. Again, it will be added on at the end of the regular video after my sign-off, so I hope you'll check it out. Anyway, before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. Alright, so let's draw the Jungle VIP King Louie from Disney's Jungle Book. We're going to draw our boogieing orangutan step by step, giving you the secret formula to be able to draw him again and again. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I normally use the character's head to figure out how big the whole character is. King Louie is roughly 2.5 heads tall. In other words, however tall his head is, his entire body is roughly 2.5 times the size, not counting his long orangutan arms. Okay, so let's start with that roadmap for King Louie from Disney's Jungle Book. So there's our roadmap for King Louie. Now we're on to step 2. In this step, we do what I call roughing out the features. I want to remind you that until the third and final step, you want to draw as light as possible. You'll see that I use guidelines to help you to know where to put Louie's features. We don't want those guidelines in the final drawing, so you want to draw them light enough to be able to erase them easily. One other note, Louie is covered with fur. Mastering the drawing of fur can be a challenge, especially in a cartoon version of a furry animal. You don't ever want to draw every single strand of hair or every lock of fur. You want to draw limited, spaced out tufts of fur so as to suggest that Louie is covered in fur. It's in this step that you plan out where you want to draw in those tufts and then the direction you want them to curve or point. You don't want to overdo the number, nor do you want those tufts to look like saw blades or lightning bolts. In this step, you want to still be drawing as light as possible. You're whispering on paper, okay? So let's rough out the features for that swinging cat, King Louie from Jungle Book. Okay, so there are the roughed out features for King Louie. So now with the roadmap done and the features roughed out, it's time for that final step. In step 3, we get to have fun. We get to draw in the final details of King Louie. We don't have to guess where to put things because we've already done all the hard work to figure that out. In this step, it's okay to draw darker, but don't press too hard or mindlessly retrace over the lines you've already drawn, especially when it comes to drawing that fur. Ease up on the pressure as you draw those tufts of fur, wispy lines, and leave a little breathing room in between some of them. Understand this is a technique you don't learn in a day. It takes many attempts before you get it right. I don't want anyone getting discouraged, okay? So let's draw the details for King Louie from Jungle Book. Alrighty, there he is, the swinging VIP of the jungle, King Louie from Disney's Jungle Book. So how do you think you did? Understand, if you've never drawn King Louie before, you can't expect to have drawn him perfectly. You notice I don't spend time coloring Louie during this video because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing King Louie from Jungle Book. And with that, you can draw him again and again. And by all means, color him when you're done. I promise each time you draw him, it'll be a little better and a little easier. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. For those of you who want to go a little deeper, click on the link below for my free 4-part drawing series, where I spend more time explaining the details and the thinking behind each step in what I call the level up cartooning process. So I'd love to see your drawing of our swinging king. If you can, post it on either Facebook or Instagram, and don't forget to include the hashtag levelupcartooning. I hope you had as much fun as I did with this one. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for joining me. Until next time, keep drawing, my friends. And for those looking for the full drawing of King Louie at the regular speed, stay tuned.